The 2019 NFL Combine begins Tuesday, when the entire league descends on Indianapolis to put this year's crop of NFL draft prospects through on-field drills, in-person interviews, and parades them in front of the massive throngs of media assembled to cover the proceedings. One of the more controversial aspects of the NFL Combine is the annual administration of the Wonderlic Test, a 50-question exam that was originally designed by the United States Navy in 1936. The test is designed to determine an individual's problem-solving and critical thinking skills. Here is a look at the 5 best and worst scores ever posted since the NFL adopted the 12-minute exam. Inside the best and worst Wonderlic Test scores ever. Scoring high on the Wonderlic Test at the NFL Scouting Combine has in the past at times predicted future success of some prospects ahead of the NFL Draft. In other cases, the Wonderlic Test has also inflated the draft stock of others who flopped, but were chosen with top picks due to their high scores. Here's a look at NFL players who scored the 5 best scores ever. P.W.R. Pat McAnally, 50 Wonderlic score. It is fitting that the only perfect score in the history of the NFL's usage of the Wonderlic Test comes from a Harvard product. Chosen in the 5th round of the 1975 NFL Draft, McAnally admitted after he retired that he believes his score actually hampered his draft stock. McAnally appeared in 1 Pro Bowl and 1 Super Bowl. Mike Mamula, Wonderlic score 49. Mike Mamula's 1995 Combine performance has become legendary, with his 49 on the Wonderlic Test serving as the metaphorical tip of the iceberg. The Eagles were so blown away by Mamula's performance that he became a cautionary tale for teams, even 2 decades later. The Eagles traded up to select the Boston College product with the No. 7 overall pick, over Hall of Famers Derek Brooks and Warren Sapp. W.R. Kevin Curtis, 48 Wonderlic score. Curtis, a 3rd-round draft choice in 2003, posted the highest score on the Wonderlic Test of any wide receiver in NFL history. The Utah State product finished his career with 253 catches for 3,297 yards and 20 touchdowns in 8 NFL seasons. QB, Ryan Fitzpatrick, 48 Wonderlic score. Is it any wonder that a quarterback who attended Harvard posted one of the highest Wonderlic scores in NFL history? Fitzpatrick posted an 88 passer rating in 2015 while passing for 3,905 yards and 31 touchdowns. Take Benjamin Watson, 48 Wonderlic score. Watson hauled in 74 receptions for 825 yards and 6 touchdowns in 2015. The University of Georgia product's 48 on the Wonderlic Test remains the highest score ever recorded by a tight end prospect. Giants mock draft roundup, who are reporters, analysts, insiders projecting as number 6 pick. The 5 worst Wonderlic scores ever. Just as the Wonderlic can make teams salivate over prospects such as Mamula, it can also be a predictor of future potential shortcomings as players make the leap to the NFL. Here's a look at the 5 worst scores in NFL history, including Vince Young's 6. RB, Frank Gore, 6 Wonderlic score. Did Frank Gore's Wonderlic Test play a role in his draft stock? The San Francisco 49ers took the Pro Bowl running back with the 65th overall pick in the 3rd round of the 2005 draft. Gore has rushed for 14,026 yards and 77 touchdowns so far in his career. QB, Oscar Davenport, 6 Wonderlic score. In 1999 North Carolina quarterback Oscar Davenport was pegged as a potential late-round developmental prospect. Then he scored a 6 on the Wonderlic. Davenport went undrafted and never made it onto an NFL roster. Ed Prather, 5 Wonderlic score. Never heard of Ed Prather? That's probably because he never played a down in the NFL after developing a reputation as being a safety who was unreliable in coverage. On top of recording just 5 correct answers on the Wonderlic. RB, Darren Davis, 4 Wonderlic score. The Iowa State product rushed for 3,763 yards in 4 seasons at Iowa State. Then he scored a 4 on the Wonderlic exam at the 2000 NFL Combine. Davis went undrafted and went on to play in the CFL. CB, Morris Claiborne, 4 Wonderlic score asterisk. The Cowboys traded up to draft Claiborne with the 6th overall pick in the 2012 draft, and he has gone on to post 160 tackles and 5 interceptions in his first 6 NFL seasons. Asterisk. Claiborne was later diagnosed with a learning disability, effectively negating his poor performance on the Wonderlic. Cleveland Browns quarterback Baker Mayfield gestures for a first down after officials reviewed a play and overturned the call on the field against the Oakland Raiders in the second half. Joshua Gunter, Cleveland.com, Joshua Gunter, Cleveland.com. How did the top 5 picks in the 2018 NFL Draft score? There was plenty of star power in the top 5 picks of the 2018 NFL Draft class. Giants running back Saquon Barkley edged out Cleveland Browns quarterback Baker Mayfield for Offensive Rookie of the Year. The Jets have plenty of reason for optimism thanks to quarterback Sam Darnold. Some of the scores from the top 5 picks in last year's draft class might surprise you. 1. Baker Mayfield, QB, Cleveland Browns, 25. Some analysts have already coronated the brash quarterback out of Oklahoma as the best passer in the 2018 class. Mayfield's 25 on the Wonderlic didn't dissuade the Browns from taking him, nor several other teams from having him high on their board. 2. Saquon Barkley, RB, Giants, 18. Barkley accounted for more than 2,000 yards from scrimmage and 15 total touchdowns. Likewise, Barkley quickly developed into one of the Giants' most respected locker room leaders and has been active away from the field when it comes to philanthropy and has pledged to live off his investments and save his entire salary from the Giants, which makes his low score on the Wonderlic a bit of a surprise. 3. Sam Darnold, QB, Jets, 28. The Jets are looking for big things from Sam Darnold in his second season, pairing the former USC standout with new head coach and quarterback whisperer Adam Gase. Darnold has already proven that he's capable of building a brand away from football and becoming the face of the Jets franchise, so it isn't surprising to see him post the 4th highest score among quarterbacks in last year's class. 4. Denzel Ward, CB, Cleveland Browns, 21. As a rookie, it didn't take long for Ward to justify the Browns selecting him in the top 5, or prove that he can be a cornerstone of the defense. Among cornerbacks, Brown scored the 3rd highest on the Wonderlic. 5. Bradley Chubb, Denver Broncos, 19. The Broncos have to feel great about pairing Chubb with Von Miller, after Chubb's 12.0 sacks as a rookie. However, Chubb's Wonderlic score was 3rd worst among defensive end prospects, which in and of itself is a bit of an indictment on the exam. Matt Lombardo may be reached at mlombardo@newadvancemedia.com. Follow him on Twitter at @MattLombardonful.